What's going on, everyone? Badger here. Sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Of all the news that came out in the last week, one of the ones that sort of got buried a little bit was the Highlander film with Henry Cavill and Chad Stahelski, who is still happening. It's just not happening with Lionsgate, and this is where along comes a spider type thing. It's happening now over at Amazon. I know, but remember, Jennifer Salke isn't there anymore, and Henry presumably still has a little bit of clout from his dealings with the Warhammer series that is apparently still happening. We'll see. Either way, we have found out that we've switched from Lionsgate to Amazon. So this is Deadline's Justin Kroll reporting. Sources tell Deadline that United Artists and Scott Stuber are in final negotiations to secure the rights to a new version of Highlander based on the 1980s cult classic. United Artists is a division of Amazon MGM Studios. And of course, all the James Bond movies were produced through United Artists. The film was previously at Lionsgate as part of director Chad Stahelski's overall deal that he signed with the production company back in 2024. At the time of the deal, Stahelski said, "I'm so happy to also be launching another franchise with Highlander, a world that is so rich with engaging stories to be told." Chad obviously is the guy who did the John Wick movies, and he is supposed to be doing Ghost of Tsushima with Sony and the Jin Sakai story. I don't know if that is still happening. That might have fallen through because obviously he's very full on with Highlander here. So Highlander that he's been working on since far before now, I think all the way back into 2017, where they talked about we're currently doing a bit of work on the overall plot structure. When he came on board, they were trying to reinvent the single Highlander property. We've since gone back in and we would like to really expand the world. So we consider the same shortcomings don't happen again that happened on the original projects, meaning you have one great movie and four questionable follow-ups. Yes, that second Highlander movie being so bad, Highlander 2 Renegade, they had the director's cut, and the TV shows, which I didn't really like. We want to develop a property that can give us, and again, it's not about marketing, it's not so much about the financials, it's about how can we make a more mythological chapter 1, chapter 2, what's a great way to tell this story? And a great way to tell a story is you get Henry Cavill, who has watched all the stuff. I mean, he's watched more Highlander than I have because I can't stand the TV show. Not a fan of the actor. No offense, just don't like whatever's going on with his accent. This is Henry on the Happy Sad Confused project back in February, podcast back in February. Obviously, I've watched them when I was a lot younger and since rewatched, but also the TV show. So he's done his homework. I really enjoyed the lore behind it, that sort of sense of a tragic warrior with more of a story to tell rather than just a cool guy with a sword doing cool things. And this goes even deeper than that. So very excited to see that. Last thing we heard from them was them talking to the direct, talking about how they're bringing it forward from the early 1500s in the Highlands to beyond present day New York and Hong Kong and seeing how it goes. Big opportunity for action. There's a chance to play a character that not a lot of people get to play, and it's a bit of a love story, but not how you think. Let's see. And then as for Cavill, saying that my selling point was to Henry Cavill, look, you've got a guy that's been alive for over 500 years. He's the last person in the world that wanted to be in this situation. So you get to cover quite a broad spread of character arc there. And you get to experience someone that's trained over 500 years and sort of played with many types of martial arts. So yeah, I'm very much looking to Henry Cavill's Duncan MacLeod, I assume. Connor MacLeod. I'm assuming it's Connor then, actually. Duncan was from the TV show. Either way, or maybe it's a new character. It's going to be amalgam of both. He's talked about how if you thought his sword play was impressive in The Witcher, then baby, you ain't seen nothing yet because he is going full retard for this one. It's a thing. Look it up. Either way, I'm very much excited about this. He still has over at Amazon the Warhammer show that by all accounts, even though we don't see studios, being reserved for shooting. We don't hear anything about scripts or casting or anything like that. By all accounts, it's still happening. And when he's done with this, he can move over to do that. Either or, you let me know what you think about this. What do you think about Highlander going from Lionsgate to Amazon? You think it'll make a difference? Or do you think Chad Stahelski and Henry Cavill still being involved will give it the clout, the bubble, and also Jennifer Salke's gone? So I don't know. Either way, let me know what you think. Make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And
well, bye.